Lord Trustcott.
My Lords, I beg leave to ask a question standing in my name on the order paper.
My Lords, the Government does not intend to reconsider its decision not to release the November 2011 MPA report. The decision to exercise the power of veto to override the decision by the Information Commissioner to release the report was not taken lightly, and only after carefully taking into account the views of the Cabinet, the Information Commissioner and wider public interests.
I thank the Minister for that reply, but if HS2 is such a good project, I still can't see what the Government has got to hide. However, does the Minister agree with those dangerous left-wing environmentalists, the Institute of Directors, that, quote, across the country there is simply not the level of business support to justify blowing Britain's infrastructure budget on a project with such potential to turn into a white elephant?
My Lords, there has been a widespread discussion in this House and the other House, and there's a widespread acceptance by all the political parties of the benefits of HS2. HS2 is not just a question of speed, it's capacity, it's regeneration, it's job creation, it's growth, and of course will connect to 9 major cities. So it's one of the largest infrastructure projects we have, and we should welcome it.
Lord the Minister confirm that there has been no business case whatsoever for HS2 north of Manchester, and would he further confirm that with the decision not to have tilt-in trains, it inevitably means that all the stations north of Wigan will in fact have an inferior service?
My Lords, I don't have the details in my brief on north of Manchester, and I'll be happy to write to the Noble Lord.
Would the Minister agree, Noble Lord, the Minister agree that a lot of the demands that we just heard for the publication of out-of-date information are really mischief-making by opponents, and they only wish to use this information to pick further holes in the case? And this weekend, I was handed a leaflet by HS2, which the people against HS2, which said ultra-high-speed line. It is absolute nonsense, because it is a line running at speeds which run on the Great Western and the Northeastern lines now and have done for 40 years. And would you agree that, in fact, it is right to leave the matter in the hands of the extremely competent chairman of HS2 to come forward with his proposals to cheapen and extend the project which are coming short?
I agree with the Noble Lord. We have the best of the chairman in Mr. Higgins for HS2, and we have the Major Projects Authority, which monitors all our projects in the UK. This was an authority set up by this government. It monitors all the major projects like HS2 and gives us an annual report whether we are on time, whether we're in cost, and how well the project is doing.
But, my Lords, how can my noble friend justify not releasing this report? He says that we want a widespread discussion. How can we have a widespread discussion if we're kept in the dark on certain vital pieces of information? Because those who are opposed are going to suspect the worst. And if this is an absolutely clinching argument for HS2, then let's have it.
My noble friend makes a very important observation here. My Lords, the decision not to publish this report, which I again stress, was not taken lightly. It was because it was not in the public interest to do so. The Secretary of State reasoning has been laid before the House, but he focused on 3 specific reasons as to why this report was not an exception case. Firstly, the exceptional importance of HS2 project. Secondly, the extremely strong public interest in ensuring the public expenditure for HS2 is properly and robustly overseen and controlled. And finally, the short time frame between the production of the project assessment review and the request for information, and the timing of the request at this particular stage of policy development within the HS2 project.